It's easy for the assassins and gangs like Seattle Mariners and administration of UW Dialectical to convince themselves what they have convinced themselves. It's very easy for them to do it. And where they go from there is to torment people who they don't like. So, what I propose to do is explain some reality and also what they find so easy to pull off, being remorseless and having no conscience. Let's talk a bit about what UW Dialectical most maliciously, and some would say mischievously, consider the acid test, which is what they call a dialectic between money and conscience. So once you believe that there's a dialectic between money and conscience, you're at their mercy. And of course, they weaponize their perception that this is necessary for control. So when Oliver Stone says those who take on power do so at considerable risk to themselves, he's establishing a new form of control. He's part of the New World Order because in democracy, you're supposed to stand up for your views. And it's kept in a sense of proportion so that the body politic gives consideration at the town hall of views. You're not putting yourself at considerable risk until a real fiend like Oliver Stone steps in. Now, UW Dialectical and the Mariners are the coterie of the New World Order, so they're fiends with people like Oliver Stone stepping in. The prime mover of the Seattle clubhouse told me with no qualms whatsoever, would never deny it, that when it comes to morality, everything is about money. When it comes to law firms, everything is about money. They will smile until they lose. That's the bottom line of the ticket. Now, when it came to me, they weaponized a role. They want what the Japanese did in cleaning up nuclear waste and mercury waste. They used the poor. And they want to be able to draft and sacrifice people like animals to their ideas of what is necessary to do. And they promoted this theme by the slogan, one size fits all. In other words, if you have one victim of terror torture, Aaron Kerner will come in and make a horror story out of it, a peep show of sacrificialism. And then if you have two, it's the same story. If you have three, it's the same story. So if you have 1,000,000, it's the same story. So they didn't care to warn anybody. They didn't care if it was one person or 1,000,000 people. They didn't care either way. They said, we have one story, it fits all, and we're going to tell it like this. We're going to turn it on the object that Yoko Ono chose as a revenge symbol for Hiroshima, which was the little boy who resisted Reagan, so that makes him acrimonious to Trumpy Toon and Putin and Ringo Starr. And the Pope is even stupid enough to give a sort of subtle scriptural endorsement of human sacrificialism. It's sainthood. Okay, he has never come out and said that, but he's never come out and opposed it. Nobody has opposed it, so there must be something of a higher morality, in other words, money involved. Now, if you look at my record, I was trying to save lives. I was trying to warn people, and I was trying to investigate. I was cleaning up after gangs of vagrants. It wasn't ideological. They were just peers. And I was looking into the situation and warning people. And even though they've disconnected my ability to type 10, 20 pages a day by poisoning me and giving me Parkinson's, because they are criminally insane, I did type up the whole thing, and person can read forever my reports. I didn't do that in anticipation of making money, but as an independent journalist, my health was at stake and my health was suffered. My health was attacked. Get this, these peevish neo Nazis actually poisoned me and then claimed that the poison that they used, which was a symbol of COVID to come, exonerated them from their one size fits all story plot. And really stupid people buy into this claim because they think, oh, we like their music. Okay. So it comes down to the issue of lucre, money. Okay. So suppose there's a reward for proving that Reagan killed Kennedy. The reward comes to me because I don't think that there is this gross divergence between morality and conscience. A person works hard is rewarded. It's called fair reward for a person's labor. Now, administration comes in with their guns and says, we will stick you up and kill you. Well, we know that. We know that that's what they're doing. We know that UW Dialectical, the University of Pittsburgh, the Biden administration, Obama, the Seattle Green Party, the Seattle Mariners are pulling a lethal stick up, which is why we call them neo-Nazis. Meaning, when I say we, I mean me, myself, and I. And if I were to donate money to people who are there, people who I like, it would be anonymously. And I wouldn't let anybody in to help me decide that because I hate you. You understand? I really do. What you pulled is so psychotic and criminal, it's unbelievable to me.